Hi. Taehyung lovers, welcome back to the Taehyung Lovers channel all around the world. And this time, don't you dare skip the first 3 seconds. Because what happened in Goyang was not just an ordinary K-pop concert. This was a moment that made the world fall silent or even angry. How could one final night feel like the end of an era? And why are so many people saying this is the most honest performance from Kim Taehyung that we have never seen before? In this video, we're going to break it all down from the most emotional concert closing with Into the Sun and the explosive fireworks that gave everyone chills, the presence of the Wooga Squad, who quietly became the center of attention, to the almost chaotic moment when Taehyung moved wildly in the middle of a sea of army. We'll also discuss the rarely seen side Kim Taehyung simple version during the daytime, his outfit that turned out to be worth thousands of dollars, and the shocking fact about the 100 different endings he created himself. Not finished yet, because big names like Lee Young-jae, Lim Si-won, and IU were present not to perform, but to watch. And what shocked netizens the most a small moment when he wanted to move the barricade, but was held back by security, which actually revealed who he truly is. So if you think this is just an ordinary concert, you are absolutely wrong. Watch until the end, because there are facts, emotions, and a human side of Kim Taehyung that might change the way you see him forever. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell, and help this video go viral, so the world continues to see the kindness and sincerity of Kim Taehyung. The unforgettable last night, when Kim Taehyung closed Goyang with an unmatched beauty, under a night sky shimmering with the glow of thousands of light sticks. Kim Taehyung's face appeared on the giant screen sharp, calm, and almost unreal. The song Into the Sun played in the background, while fireworks exploded layer upon layer in the sky, as if the heavens themselves were paying tribute. It wasn't just a concert closing in Goyang. It was an emotional climax that felt like the end of an epic chapter. It's hard to imagine a more beautiful way to end the night, and more than that, to close a 3-day journey that shook the world. That night also brought the warmest moment. The Wooga Squad stood together, raising their light sticks, smiling and melting into the euphoria. They appeared on the 3rd day of the concert, proving that no matter how vast Taehyung's world becomes, his closest circle remains his anchor. Their presence was not just a symbol of support, but proof that behind the dazzling stage lights, there are real and sincere relationships. The Goyang concert lasted for 3 full days. Each night carried a different atmosphere, but one thing remained constant: Kim Taehyung's limitless dedication to his fans, army all over the world. In one of his closing moments, he honestly admitted that it wasn't easy to create more than 100 different endings for each concert. But he kept trying to keep thinking, to keep feeling, to keep giving. And that night, it was clear he truly felt it. In the middle of the euphoria, the camera captured a nearly chaotic moment. Kim Taehyung moved through a sea of people, surrounded by staff and cameras chasing his every step. He looked alive, dynamic, and wild in his stage energy. The red bandana wrapped around his head, combined with his eyebrow piercing, gave him a rebellious touch that contrasted with the soft aura long associated with him. When he performed normal, something felt different, raw, more honest. The audience didn't just watch, they felt it. Then the atmosphere shifted drastically. Daytime at the same stadium revealed another side of Kim Taehyung, calmer, closer. He stood behind a barrier, wearing glasses, an oversized olive jacket, loose pants, and a casual cap, with both hands forming a small heart toward fans. He looked simple, almost like someone you could meet on the street, if not for thousands of eyes fixed on him. This is his strength: the ability to be extraordinary and ordinary at the same time. His Day 3 outfit was estimated to be worth around $1,200 to $2,000, consisting of a premium oversized jacket worth about $600, wide leg designer pants around $400, branded casual shoes around $300, and accessories like glasses and a cap in the $100 to $200 range. But as always, it's not the price that makes him shine, it's the way he wears it. There was softness in every movement in the way he looked at the audience, in the small pauses between notes. It wasn't a perfectly polished performance. It was emotion allowed to live. This wasn't just about undeniable visuals or captivating stage presence. This was about an artist who, for 3 days in Goyang, made tens of thousands of people feel close even when distance separated them. Yes, this is Kim Taehyung, and the world is not done watching him. Under a night sky pulsing with armies' purple light, another story was being written not just about music, but about the magnetism of a star capable of pulling even industry giants into his orbit. This story also began from the stanza placed usually in the background, but that night, it became the center of attention. There, the atmosphere resembled an elite gathering of Korea's entertainment industry. Lee Young-jae appeared with his calm aura, followed by Lim Si-won with his subtle charm. They weren't just present, they were watching. In the crowd, security stood guard, as if aware that this was no ordinary night. From small gestures to the direction of their gaze, everything pointed to one name, but the story shifted sharply to a more intimate portrait. Kim Taehyung was seen sitting behind a monitor, wearing a simple hoodie with red in-ears hanging around his neck. No excessive glamour, just an honest facial expression. His eyes were wide open, lips slightly parted, like someone absorbing a moment too big to be explained with words. Behind him, the sea of armies' purple light shimmered like a galaxy, a symbol of undeniable collective love. At this point, he was not just a performer, but a human standing in a reality that might even feel unreal to himself. The list of names present that night sounded like an invitation to a grand award show. Park Yo-shin, Elise Seraphim, Epic High, and IU gathered in one place not perform, but to witness. The presence of Mingyu, Loco, and many others further confirmed one thing. This was not just a concert, this was the center of gravity of the industry. On stage, the Goyang three setlists flowed like a structured emotional narrative. From a wild energy of Hooligan, the nostalgia of BTS's Fake Love, to explosive closings like Fire and Idol. Every song was not just performed, was brought to life. Even songs like Come Over felt like a secret gift for those lucky enough to be there. But the peak of the night was not just in the music, it was in the words. In his closing speech, Kim Taehyung admitted something rarely heard from a star of his level, that recreating emotional moments like this in every city is not easy. There's exhaustion, there's pressure, but also an unshakable commitment. We still have many tour stops left. Sounded like both a promise and a challenge. And behind it all, there was a small detail that felt the most human. The story of him wanting to move the barricade, but being stopped by more alert security. A simple dialogue, "Can this be moved?" Answer with "Not yet, sir. Sorry," became a reminder that despite his global status, he is still someone spontaneous, curious, and slightly rebellious in an endearing way. His glance toward Army afterward became a wordless communication far more powerful than any speech. That night, the world didn't just see an idol. The world saw how a human named Kim Taehyung stood at the crossroads between legend and reality, and for a moment, everyone, even industry giants, could only be spectators. And at this point, one question remains. Was that night in Goyang truly an ending or the beginning of something far greater than Kim Taehyung? Thank you for watching until the end. If you feel the same way, don't stay silent. Write your opinion in the comments. Was this Taehyung's best performance of his career? Or is something even bigger still waiting ahead? Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell. If you enjoy content like this, support this channel. If not, feel free to skip, because Taehyung Lovers never forces anyone. Stay tuned for the next updates only on Taehyung Lovers, because this story is not over yet, and the world is still waiting for the next move from Kim Taehyung. That concludes our meeting. Good night, stay safe, and see you again.